first 3 people that were here.
Technically, I was first.
No.
No, you weren't.
Her and then us three came through.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
So over the last week and a half, I've been getting a few DMs on Twitter and on Instagram telling me to talk about this whole YandereDev situation. And this might get you mad, this might get you to unsubscribe, dislike, and hate me, but I've never played the game in my life. It's not something that I'm interested in. And even back when it was popping off 6-7 years ago, it's just something that I never really cared about. But in case you guys don't know, I'm going to describe the game that he's making. In a nutshell, you're just this Japanese girl who kills people. You can be a little creep and look up their skirts and stuff. One of the best games of all time, to be completely honest with you, right next to Gears of War 1, Halo 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I mean, those games have nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing on YandereDev Simulator. So it turns out that someone who looks like this is low-key a creep, allegedly. And the more I digged into it, the more intrigued I got, and the more I got invested in all of this, and he has responded. So we got everything here on the channel. Before we get into anything else, I want to take a look at this video that I found on TikTok.
Yandere Simulator is officially over. Game developer YandereDev, or Alex Mahan, has been caught without a reasonable doubt grooming a minor. Here you can see he admits that this is his Snapchat account. A full 38-minute YouTube video dives down into the facts of what happened between Alex and this child. The video goes in much more depth than I have time to right now and gives you much more concrete evidence. But everybody in sound mind all agrees that what Alex is doing is textbook grooming. The girl that Alex is talking to, named Jane, officially began contact with him at age 9. Alex had been fully aware of Jane's age this entire time.
If this isn't a face you can trust, what is? I've said this a few times. I don't want to have kids ever in my life. I'm good. Nothing against it if you do. You know, shout out to you. Go crazy. Have 20 babies. But if I did, there's no way in hell that I'm ever letting my 9-year-old girl or boy have a fucking Snapchat account, have a fucking Instagram account. It's absolutely wild. I mean, back when I was 9, I don't even think Snapchat existed. But just the fact that a 9-year-old was talking to a 30-something-year-old man is insane to me. I don't know where the fuck these parents are. They're so irresponsible. Just imagine your 9-year-old is chatting with this guy. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking to him right now as a 20-something-year-old man. Do you think a 9-year-old would be?
When he first caught wind of what was going on, he pressured and coached the victim on what to say, coercing her into retracting her statements.
So he says, please say, and I quote, I lied, none of it was real. I asked my friend to use a YandereDev, I don't know, is that how you fucking pronounce it? Yandere, I don't know. AI voice changer, this is not actually his voice. Please don't actually release any video. The evidence is fake. So here we have him allegedly being like, yo, how about you keep your fucking mouth shut, little kid? Because if this comes out, I'm going to go homeless. The supporters for his Patreon are falling like flies. No one is donating anymore. No one's giving him money anymore. Why? Because why would you want to support a creep, an alleged creep?
Not only that, but Alex made an account to speak on behalf of Jane.
It always disgusts me when I see people with power, or just anyone really, content creator, whatever the fuck you want to call it, abuse their power this way. And just the thought of a 30-something-year-old man chatting with a 9-year-old, what do you have to gain from that? There's nothing to be gained there, especially when you've been developing a game for over 10 years. This is what you do in your free time. And like I said, he did respond. He says, hi, you've probably heard some really concerning stuff over the last few days. You might have seen a video that has left you feeling worried, disappointed, and wondering what I have to say for myself. Part of me that wants to say, no, you don't understand. The video was edited in an extremely dishonest and misleading way, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm not going to focus on that. So why did you just focus on that? Oh no, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, proceed to say what they were thinking. It's like, either say it or don't. What the fuck is this? I'm going to take accountability and own up to a really huge fucking mistake that I've made. A few months back, a fan of the game DM'd me and wanted to chat. I normally turn fans away and tell them that I'm busy, but in this, the fan seemed to really be funny and interesting. So I agreed to talk. After around 2 months, I agreed to do a voice chat with her. Right off the bat, she let me know that she was 16 at the time. I didn't even perceive that as a problem. And I quote, why do I care what her age is? She's just a fan of the game and wants to talk. There's no big deal. You know, talking as a content creator, if a fan ever reaches out to me and you know, if they're like, yo, I love your videos, you know, that's completely fine. I have no problem with that. I always respond, or I try to respond. But then if it goes from that to, yo, do you want to talk? I'm like, I'm good. It's not to be mean or anything. Like, if anyone ever meets me or it's like, yo, I'm 15, I'm 16, I love your videos, like, that's awesome. I have no problem with that. But it's online where it could potentially evolve into something worse, or you never know, right? So it's just best to stay away from that shit, because that could be used as bait. Then people could make screenshots up, mix it up with some real ones. I have a pretty good thing going. I don't want to ruin my career over this. We talked for a while, and eventually I started to feel really comfortable speaking to her. I made the same type of vulgar jokes that I make when voice chatting with my other friends. This is absolutely an acceptable mistake. No grown-up should ever use adult language or make adult jokes in the presence of a minor. Well, I'm glad you're self-aware. I mean, you're like, what, 36, 37, and you're talking a whole bunch of shit with the 16-year-old. I don't want to say cupcake man, but it's not looking good at all. Dude, can you please finish the game for all the people that invested money and time into this? Occasionally, she would say something flirty towards me. Most of the time, I would shut it down immediately and refuse to reciprocate. However, there were times when I didn't shut it down and let her talk to me that way without stopping her. See, this is exactly what the fuck I mean. Once you make the jump from just talking casually on DMs, maybe, yo, I'm a big fan, I love you, thank you so much, you know, it's awesome, just leave it at that. But the second you leave that door open, yeah, we can call, yeah, we could hang out, next thing you know, you guys are flirting. That's why, in my opinion, once again, it's best to stay away from these kind of things as a content creator. Just don't do it. And as a matter of fact, don't be a terminally online fucking loser while you're at it. This ruined 10 years of work. It just fucked this guy's reputation up forever. Who would want to pay $5 to $10 a month to support someone who was flirting with a 16-year-old at the time? This is the point in time where I should have just instantly disengaged and ended all contact with her. It is an adult's responsibility to put an immediate stop to inappropriate behavior. There's absolutely no excuse. At some point, she started recording our conversations so that she could share my jokes with her friends. However, one of her friends interpreted my remarks as showing sexual interest in her. They convinced her that I was trying to groom her and that she should release all of her recordings to expose me. Did she though? I mean, you yourself say that you would give that same energy back when she was flirting. You would not stop. You wanted to. Once again, you're like 37 years old. She was 16. And what does flirting lead to? Fucking. And I think it should have been a red flag when a 30-something-year-old man is using Snapchat on the regular. If you're like 35 and up and you're using Snapchat, come on, dude, go be with your wife. You know, that's a huge red flag in my opinion. Watching the recordings of the way I interacted with her has been mortifying to me. I kept thinking, I actually did that? Whenever I'm reminded of something inappropriate that I said in that conversation with her, I keep kicking myself for it. I feel disgust and disappointed in myself on a level that I have never felt in my entire life. It was foolish, extremely damn foolish for me to think to myself that it was possible to rationalize an adult becoming friends with a minor. Because no matter what the adult's intentions are at the beginning, there are so many potential things that could go wrong involving an adult and a minor alone together, which, thank you, that's what I'm saying. And it's not like I'm some fucking big brain genius who figured this out. It's just common sense, dude. The second she started showing feelings for you, you should have cut that shit off, dude. Like, you should have blocked her, even if it seems mean. I think Alex is a really fucking weird person. And now, look what I've gone and done. Instead of doing everything in my power to disprove these allegations that I'm attracted to kids, I made some remarks that sound really fucking questionable. I'm not even going to say it sounds bad because it's out of context. The fact that it even happened at all is bad regardless of the context. There's no excuse. It's outright fuck up and pure simple. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. And then I find that, you know, maybe this had good intentions, but it doesn't look the best in my opinion. So he donated $1,000 to RAIN, which is an organization that provides care and benefits for survivors of abuse. Good for him, I guess. You know, shout out to you for donating $1,000, but this does not fix anything. But just imagine if a rapist raped someone and then the next day after they get called out, by the way, they're like, huh, you know what, I'm gonna donate $100 to rape survivors organization or charity. It's like, okay, good for you, hope you sleep better at night, but it's still really fucked up and weird. And these allegations are wild. I mean Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I'm 24 years old right now, and I don't see any good reason why I would be friends with a 16-year-old guy or girl. We're at two completely different stages of our life. I cannot imagine a 16-year-old being friends with someone who's like 37 years old. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this game is never getting finished. All right.